what would be seen for President Trump and the Trump administration as a win? Is it something that he goes to China or he sends Mnuchin to China and it can be a small win so he tweets about it, or does he really want something substantial?
I think he definitely wants something substantial. This $200 billion reduction, which would essentially be half of the current deficit, is not something you're going to accomplish in 2 days. It might not even be something you're going to accomplish in 2 years. Donald Trump definitely wants a win against China, and he wants to be able to tout it during the campaign leading up to the 2018 and then a potential re-election bid. So this is something he's pretty serious about. And he's trying to keep the personal relationship positive while being very tough on trade.
Right, but Marty Schenker, if the U.S. focused more on intellectual property or on opening up the financial services for American firms, would that be enough?
It might be, depending on what other things surround those agreements. Don't forget, the Chinese have suggested kind of in the background that they were willing to open up their financial markets. That's an easy thing for them. The tougher things are tech. Tech is the gorilla in the room, and that's going to be a very difficult thing to get past if they want a major win.
When you look at kind of the biggest hurdles in the future, Shahab, let me, start with you and the fact that the Chinese renminbi is also on a watch list, right? That the Treasury put on a watch list. If you look at renminbi, it hasn't really done what the Treasury suggested it has, or am I wrong?
Well, it's actually been very strong against the basket of currencies that the Chinese actually look at when they consider its valuation. Now, one of the reasons for that may be that the Chinese have been trying to avoid politicizing the renminbi while these talks are ongoing. But the reality is that if the dollar continues to strengthen in global markets, especially against the euro, over time the pressure will rise on the renminbi to also fall against the dollar as well, which would be interesting given some of these targets that are being put out there in terms of U.S. aspirations for the trade deficit.